In my memory, Late Night was released a year, maybe a year and a half ago, and I'm a very, very, very big Emma Thompson fan, so the fact that it's taken me this long to watch it is actually disgusting, but it was completely worth the wait. It was released in 2019, and it's directed by Nisha Ganatra, written by Mindy Kaling, and stars Emma Thompson and Mindy Kaling, which is a brilliant cast across the board. And the narrative is something that really appeals to me. I love films about TV shows or about TV networks, and this is exactly what we get here. Before I get into it, I want to address the metaphorical elephant in the room, and that's the fact that there are definite parallels with Ellen DeGeneres. And this film obviously came out before kind of Ellen was cancelled. I mean, in the literal sense, her TV show. But there are definite parallels, and I actually read online that the wardrobe for Emma Thompson for her character was actually largely inspired by Ellen DeGeneres. So immediately there are parallels that are being made, but also with the character of Catherine Newbury. I don't know if it's a coincidence. I really don't know. But I just think I'm not going to say any much more about it because I don't want to get into, it's irrelevant for the point of my review of this film. But after the fact, I think I had a very different viewing experience to what I would have done if I'd watched it when it came out. And I'd love to know if this film affected your view of Ellen when things really came out of the woodwork, and if your opinions of the film changed, if you viewed it as more of an accurate representation of some people's experience working for television after that. I don't know. I just think I'm talking more about this than I thought I would. The point is, I'm aware of those perhaps not coincidental similarities. But the film is all about a TV show host called Catherine Newbury, who was beloved for many years, multi-award winning, and for the last 10 years, the ratings for her TV show have been going down. And they're basically saying, any day now you're going to be cancelled or you're going to be replaced. And she pulls her writers together and basically says, you need to stop this from happening. This is my show. You need to come up with ideas to fix it. And she treats the writers horribly. And at the same time that this is going on, part of the reason why her ratings might be going down is because she's a feminist, but she's also not very nice to women, which is not actually that uncommon. And she says, fine, hire me a female writer. And they hire Molly, played by Mindy Kaling. And obviously Molly comes in fresh-faced with some new ideas. She's throwing a spanner in the works for some of the other writers. And it's about Molly finding her feet there in a very difficult working environment, while Catherine has to deal with two things. The first is that she's about to lose her livelihood, and the second is that she's beginning to realise that certain aspects of her personality don't need to be the way they are in order for her to get ahead in life, or even to just maintain her life. And I really like Catherine. I know she's got a lot of really unlikable qualities to her, which is kind of the point of her own journey, but I liked watching her. I loved Emma Thompson's performance, and as I said, maybe it's not entirely a work of fiction. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I loved it. I think the pacing was great. In terms of it being funny, I mean, there were funny moments. There were definitely funny moments, but it's also very heartfelt. It's moving. I love the whole film about a TV set and seeing the studios and the writers working and everything. That aspect of it was always going to excite me. And Emma Thompson was just perfect. Really perfect. Very moving performance. Real emotional roller coaster a lot of the time. As I said, because of what we now know, or what's happened with other TV hosts, it is a very different experience, because I'm watching this thinking, are there writers, or have there been writers, who have been treated like this? And why do they stay in their job? Of course, they stay in their job because it's not like they can get any other job with any other TV network straight away. And obviously that's not acceptable. Had I watched it when it first came out, which I wish I did, but I didn't for whatever reason, yeah, it might have been a different experience. But either way, I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It's probably one of the best films I've seen in a long time, because it appeals to me on so many levels. There are so many things about this that I love. And from start to finish, I adored it. It's very funny. Not laugh out loud, I don't think, but still very entertaining. Emma Thompson's just perfection. But that's always been the case. And I have to say, I'm probably going to watch it again in the not too distant future, late night. Really lived up to the positive reviews that I read about it. I did genuinely, absolutely adore it. And my only regret is that it took me this long to see it.